Hi, it's Jenny with Jenny's Wreath Boutique, and in this video, we are going to be making a beautiful spring flower wreath. Yay! If you are excited, hit that thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that yet. The materials you're going to need for this wreath are a grapevine wreath. This is a 14-inch, which will make about a 20 or 21-inch wreath in total diameter. You're also going to need these beautiful viburnum flowers. They are so beautiful. Look at that detail. I love these because they are a spring blooming shrub. We're also going to be using these laurel leaves. These look so real. Oh man. If you're just looking at a picture, you would think they were real. They even feel real. You're also going to need hot glue and hot glue gun and some wire cutters. And my favorite are all linked in the description below. Before I start, I wanted to let you know that these materials I'm going to be using are from my wholesale haul. So if you are a casual wreath maker or you want to make them for yourself or for friends and family and you don't have access to wholesale items, I'm actually going to be including a kit for this wreath so you can make this without having to go anywhere or get a wholesale license and buy items in bulk just to make one or two wreaths. So if you are interested in that kit, I will have it linked below. I'm so excited about that. If you can buy wholesale and you don't want the kit, but you still want to make this wreath, I opened this in my second unboxing, so you can find where I get it there. The first thing we're going to do is clean up our grapevine. Now that our grapevine is cleaned up, we're going to get some of our laurel leaves cut. This stem is great because you just cut them right there and they make lots of perfect picks. And I have a lot of my viburnum flowers cut already. They come on a stem like this, and then I just cut that stem in half like that. And that is how we will be using them. And you guys, this is a very simple design. It looks beautiful and elaborate, but it's actually really easy to make. So the first thing we do is take one of our laurel leaves, and I like to bend them a little bit to go along with the grapevine, and we're going to glue the stem and put it into the grapevine just like that. You can always bend these out a little bit if you want this to face forward. Now we're going to get our viburnum flower, and here it is. These stems can be brittle, so be careful when you're bending them because things can pop off, but the most important thing is the flower. And if anything pops off, you can just glue it back on or glue it into the wreath. I do that all the time. The next thing we're going to do is take our second piece of laurel and we're going to glue it on the outside a little bit lower than we did our first one and kind of make it go outside. And you can make this wreath bigger using the same wreath frame just by adding these more toward the outside. So if you wanted to use the 14-inch, but you wanted your wreath to be even bigger, you could even add this further out like that. I'm not going to do that, but you are welcome to. It's your wreath. Okay, so now that we have our two pieces, we are going to take our viburnum and do the same thing except one layer lower. Be very careful with these stems. They can be brittle, so try not to bend them too much because they might break. Most of them don't, but I've had it happen before. So we just layer that underneath the laurel. And yes, this glue takes a little bit longer to dry, but the hold is so much better than regular hot glue, so that's why this is my favorite. Now we're going to take our next bloom, put it slightly lower and to the outside. And since I have an extra lone leaf, I'm going to put it in there to add more coverage. And you don't need to do this too compact. You can let it be more airy because these big leaves do a lot of coverage. So now we're just going to repeat that exact same thing as we keep going. So now I'm onto the laurel. And I'm just adding the stem along the grain of the grapevine. As you can see, this one is pointing outward, so I'm actually going to be using that on the outside because it lays really nicely. So I like, and since this one, the stem kind of curves a little bit more in, I'll use that on the inside. It doesn't really matter that much, but all these little things can make a small difference. So I like to do them. One thing you can do, you can add these extra leaves in as you go, or you can wait till you're done making the wreath and see where there needs to be more greenery filling. I actually do both. Some I'll put to the side for later, some I will fill as soon as I see a hole. If you're having a piece that is not going exactly where you want it, you can always use some floral wire to tie it in place. So I'm going to do that here. This is not necessary at all, but I like to do it from time to time. You put the wire around the stem. It's kind of hard to see here, but you put it around the stem and have it go through the grapevine and then just tie in the back. You don't need to do that. The glue is very sufficient to hold the floral in place, but if you want the exact placement and you don't want to use so much glue, this is a great option. I only do this every now and then or with longer stems, but that one was giving me some problems. Some of these stems are also really large, like the one I just put in. So if it's too large to get a good spot into the grapevine, you can also use some floral wire. So just a little lesson in floral wire. 26 gauge is very flimsy, but it's nice and soft, easy on your fingers. But it's hard to get through a grapevine if your grapevine is more compact. This is 22 gauge, which is a little too strong for me, or it's harder to bend. I prefer 24 gauge. It's like the perfect amount of stiffness, but I don't have any. So in this case, I'm going to use my 22 gauge because the 26 gauge is not going through the grapevine. I just put it right through the grapevine around the stem, and then I just twist it on the bottom and then tuck it into the grapevine so that nobody gets scratched. But it's harder to twist the 22 gauge. But I like to have a soft wire and a stronger wire, so I have the option to go back and forth. And you might notice you're kind of getting ahead on the inside as opposed to the outside of the grapevine, and that's okay, totally normal. But just keep doing every other. Keep rotating between the viburnum and the laurel. Viburnum, laurel. It's amazing how easy a wreath can be to make if you have really high quality products. These were the best find. I love them so much. They are just the perfect color, the perfect size, and the stems are nice and firm, so they're easy to stick into a grapevine. Seriously, these are my new favorite. I love them. And they look so real. If the flower is pointing a weird way and you want the flower to point facing forward, but the leaf isn't, you can always just cut it off and glue them in separately. That gives me so much more control over the placement too. I love that. So when you get toward the end, you just lift up the other leaves and tuck this underneath in the grapevine. And then since we have 2 laurel leaves together here, you can either add another flower if you want or not. It's up to you. I think I'm going to because I love them so much. But you do whatever you want to do. So pretty. Look at this. I love it. Now we're going to use our leftover leaves and fill in whatever gaps we see. And if you don't see any gaps, you don't have to use them, or just add them for extra greenery. Or if your wreath isn't perfectly round, that's totally okay. Sometimes you can add in leaves on the outer parts that aren't sticking out as far and make your wreath look more round. Or on the inside if it's more oval looking. But you guys can see how easy this wreath is to make. It's so beautiful though. What do you guys think? Do you love it? I love it. Every grapevine is different, but they're about the same. And like I said, this is made on a 14-inch wreath. So this, I measure leaf tip to leaf tip approximately. So some leaves go a little bit further out, but it's approximately 21 inches in diameter. So that's great. And I will offer the kit with a 14-inch grapevine, or if you want a larger wreath, like a really large wreath, I will offer a 18-inch grapevine if you prefer. That one, of course, will be more expensive because it will have more materials I will have to give you. So yeah, I will have that kit ready for you in the description if you want one. I have limited supplies right now, so I'm not sure how many will be available, but if a lot of you want it, I can always restock and make a large order so I can have more for you guys. So let me know what you think. What do you think about the kit idea? I thought it'd be fun since most of the wreaths I make on YouTube here for the free tutorials, you guys can get the supplies anywhere, like at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. It's very accessible. So I thought the kit would be fun for when I make a wreath that is not quite as accessible. Or you can find similar things that have the same shape and form and color and make this wreath yourself using whatever you want. And you can hang this straight from the grapevine with a hook just right under the grapevine, but I also include a hook on the grapevine by, I use some jute twine and I just stick it under. Here's a fun little trick. If you're having a hard time, you can add in some wire like this. It's gonna blow your mind, or maybe not. Since wire goes through the grapevine a lot easier than the jute twine, so you just make a little loop like that, stick your twine through it, and then pull it through, and there you go. And then I just make a little knot like that. Now you have a nice little loop for you to hang your wreath. There you go. What do you guys think? I love it. It's so cute. All right, I will also have these listed in my shop, ready-made, if you would prefer me to make this wreath for you. And then there will also be kits. And then I also have links for the materials I use, like the glue gun, and my favorite wire cutters, the best. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that yet. It really helps me out. And hit the bell to be notified when I have a new video out so you don't miss out. All right, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.